Yeah, sure. Here, do you want me to? Here, you can call me when you when you're ready. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hello.
You're American.
I am.
Therefore, it sounds like you say war when you say horror.
War?
It sounds like you're saying war.
Sounds like I'm saying war.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that's probably when I say it very quickly. Yeah.
War.
Or yeah.
Hi,
Yeah, I hear that.
Ranboo.
Hello.
How's it going, Ranboo?
Oh, it's going good. It's going good.
What have you done today, Ranboo?
I recorded a thing, and then I am now trading with a bunch of villagers to try to get a chest full of emeralds.
Oh, why a chest full?
Hmm?
Why not just enough?
Well, I mean, you know, now I would never have to trade with villagers again, basically. Like, I'm never gonna use that many emeralds, you know?
You'd be king.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Yeah. And,
I mean, I already have...
The man who has the emeralds has the power.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ranboo, why don't you take over the world? Why don't you take over the Dream SMP, Ranboo?
I've been thinking about it, you know, but I don't... I mean, like, the thing is, though, like, what would I gain from doing that, you know?
Power.
I mean, power over, like, what, though? I mean, is there really anything that's worth having power over on the server right now?
You could tell you what you could do. You could go down the Wilbur Soot route.
Mm-hmm.
You could create something that you believe is worth having power over, and because you want to have power over it, everyone else will believe it's important, even though it's not. And then you get killed by your dad.
Oh, I'd have to figure out that last part, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Do you know which one of your parents is an Enderman and which one's other?
I have no idea. I do not remember.
Don't remember.
Yeah.
How do you know? What if it's like a D&D halfling type situation? Not halfling, a half elf type situation. Maybe your mother was already whatever your chimera is, and your father was just a human. Then you'd be like. Then you'd be like half human, quarter Enderman, quarter something. You don't know. It's just there's just so much going on. There's so much depth. What about if it's like? What about if it's like even deeper in the halfling thing? What about if it's I keep saying halfling in the half elf like D&D thing? What if Ranboo and hear me out here? But what if your grandmother was half Enderman, half whatever, and she married your grandfather who was a human, and then they had your mother who is half human, quarter Enderman, quarter other, and then they got married, and then she married your father who was a human, and had you, and you're now actually you're now 6/8. Is that right? 6/8. 6/8 human. 1/8 Enderman and 1/8 whatever. There's just so many routes you can go down.
Yeah, there's so many possible routes.
Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about.
You said in the beginning that I was very American, that I pronounced or like war.
Horror. I like horror. I like horror a lot.
Oh yeah, I find it very cool.
I love it. Do you know Local 58?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's my go-to when I want to show people how good narrative horror is.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the fake what is it, like the fake like broadcast tests and everything, I find those like super cool.
Yeah, man. It's what's the one, contingency? It's the one about the nuclear attack on America. It's cool. And my favorite one's Real Sleep. Real Sleep's the best one by far.
Yeah, there
are no faces.
Yeah, I like the one, I don't know exactly what it's called, but I like the one where it's just like do not go outside, do not look up at the moon, because it's just like that's such like a terrifying thing, like because it's like it's super easy, right? Like it's super easy to not look at the moon if you didn't need to, right?
Yeah.
But then it's just like like curiosity kills the cat, you know?
Yeah. It comes from like an old Reddit horror story, I'm pretty sure. Like my favorite one is basically the original one. I think's a little bit creepier than what Local 58 does.
Really?
The original one is like a public service announcement over the radio, and it's like it's like it's way more genuine. It's like just someone's like, look, okay, look, we've taken over. We're reaching out to you on everything. This is a sort of last ditch effort. Don't go near your windows. Don't go near your windows. And if you're already near a window or outside, just don't look up. Don't look at the sky. Do not look at the sky.
Yep.
And it's like, if you have already looked at the sky, don't tell anyone what you saw. That's way creepier, I think, than
yeah, no, definitely.
Although in the weather report, I do like in the weather report one that you're talking about. I do like it when it says if you are scared, we'll look together. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, and then like when it like switches obviously to like a completely different source, it's just like it is okay to look at the moon. Like go outside. Like it tells the exact opposite. Like
yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah, I find those types of things very, very cool.
Very
creepy as well.
Yeah, I used to find jump scares like that on the internet, like you were talking about. That was my first foray. The first one I found was a ferret that jumps out at you and goes wee, and it was on like an optical illusion.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was like an optical illusion. Stare at this image for a certain, and you'll see a thing. And I was like, oh cool. And then it went wee in my face, and I went ah.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I cried because I just didn't know what had happened. I didn't understand, you know, like even after it happened and my brain caught up, I still didn't understand. I was like, why? Who would do this to me?
Yeah.
Who would do this to me? You know, and that upset me. That upset me greatly. And I remember the teacher put the Scary Maze game on because I'm an old man, right, Ranboo. I remember blackboards. I remember school blackboards, right? And we finally got interactive, like those interactive whiteboards that we have now in our school. And on that day, my teacher was like, "Oh, this will be funny." So he put the Scary Maze game on, and then we had to use the sort of pen, you know, the pen that you use on the whiteboard.
Yeah,
we used the pen to drag it around to reach the end. And he got one of the girls at the front to do it, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is fun for a Friday."
Yeah, nice little game, yeah.
And then he had to apologize. He had to make a formal apology to the parents.
Oh, come on.
Can we put it on a giant whiteboard, all the lights off and the speakers turned up?
Okay, you know what? Yeah, no, apologize for that. Yeah.
Mr. Evans was a madman, dude.
Yeah, definitely. My goodness.
This was primary school too. This was like elementary school for you.
Yeah, I don't think we ever had something like that happen where like a teacher tried to do something fun and then like they had to like immediately like apologize because of that. Like I'm pretty sure that didn't happen like with us that much. Thankfully. Yeah. Thankfully though.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
They had to apologize. Never had to have a teacher apologize. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Someone in chat just went, but it was that's funny. What? Why did they have to apologize? Sometimes when things are funny, they aren't funny for everyone.
Are you telling me we have to apologize for funny things? No way. No way. No one would say that.
If I find it funny, why do I have to apologize? Ooh. Oh man.
I'm thirsty, Ranboo. I'm thirsty.
Oh yeah, I got my giant thing of water that I go through every stream.
I'm looking at my bottle of water right now.
Just looking at it, longing.
It's really far away, Ranboo. It's really far away. It's like an oasis. It's like a bloody mirage over there. It's a bloody mirage. I'm staring it down, looking at it, and thinking. You know what I'm thinking, Ranboo? I'm thinking you would look great in my stomach right now. That's what I'm thinking. We're looking at it.
We're looking at the water, yeah.
Hold on, be right back. I've got to do something. Hold
on. I hope it's drink the water. Oh man. Ooh, yeah.
I've returned. I've ambulated back to my computer. I've ambulated back to the personal computer, and now I'm ready to drink.
Nice.
Oh, I was right. Thank you, Tesco's Ashbeck English natural mineral water, still naturally filtered through ancient rocks in Eden Valley.
Wow, that's rolls right off the tongue, that one.
That's what it says on the label. Still natural mineral water. Serve chilled. I'm not serving this to anyone. It's mine. Store in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. I have not been doing that. Store it away from strong odors and chemicals. Well, I mean, that's not me. Once opened, keep refrigerated. Haven't done that. And consume within 3 days. Haven't done that. Best before end. See neck of bottle. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Has your water expired?
I'm looking at the neck of the bottle. There's no... Wait. There's nothing. Oh, wait, here we go. February 2023.
Phew. Okay,
Wonder,
good. Your
wonder where
water
we'll
has
be.
expired.
Where will we be, Ranboo? Where will we be?
Oh, I don't
February
know.
2023.
What will we be doing when that bottle of water finally expires?
It'll have gone through me and probably be it'll probably have gone to the sea, evaporated, come down as rain in the springs, and then been collected and turned into water again by 2023.
Filtered through the rocks, of course.
First it goes through my bladder, then it ends up in the bottle again. Not in that way. I'm not pissing in the bottle.
Oh man.
Oh, that was good. I should drink this stuff more often. What's it called?
Yeah.
Water. I gotta drink this more often, man.
Yeah, definitely. Man, this water thing's crazy.
Is this what all the kids are raving about? Holy crap!
I
really
thought it was
like.
just overhyped.
How many liters do you drink of water a day?
Me? I mean, I usually go through a couple of these. Hold up, let me see how many it is. If I can find the label part of it.
Because the one I've just taken a swig from is 2 liters.
Mine is 32 ounces.
Oh, hold on.
1 second. I'm American. Wait.
In liters. Oh, it's 0.9 of a liter. Wait,
I go through about like. Oh. Wait.
Yeah, it's 0.9. That's nothing. That's you got a little baby bottle. little baby bottle, right? 32 ounces. Wait, have I done that wrong? 32. It's OZ is ounces, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's 900 milliliters. What? That's nothing,
Really?
man. You said you got a big thing of water you get through every time.
It's like medium
tiny.
size, I'd say. Like it's bigger than like a regular bottle of water.
Less than a liter. I don't know, man. Hold on, let me show you the exact bottle I'm drinking. It's Ashbeck English Water, Tesco's 2 liters. I'm gonna send you. Here's Tesco.com has got it listed. Here you go.
Oh, nice.
Tell me what you think of that.
All right, let me see. Let me see.
That's an average bottle of water that I get through.
Oh, it's like one of those. Yeah, it's one of like the giant ones. Yeah, we have those as well.
It's like just big. It's not giant. It's like just
well,
pretty
like
big.
It's like compared to like a regular water bottle, right? Like, yeah,
right.
It's yeah.
Chat saying American women. Is this an America thing?
Is this an America thing? Are they?
I don't
do we not have that much water?
I know you guys drink a lot of soda, like a lot of soda there. I know that.
Yeah, I mean it's just like the popular drink in like restaurants and everything. And it's just really just depends on if you have it like readily available. Like
right.
It's just that it's like super readily available. So that's why it's like
fair, it's cheap. To be fair, I drink juice more than water usually. I like juice a lot.
Yeah. Because like if you like it and it's like readily available, then obviously you're gonna choose like that thing.
Oh yeah.
You know.
No, I don't judge the Americans at all. In fact, I envy them. I've got a feeling, Ranboo, that I'm gonna come to America and then just never leave.
Oh really?
Yeah, I've got a really strong feeling because I'm gonna need a work visa to get over there. And like, and then I know that if you work on your work visa and you like generate enough money, America are just like, yeah, you can stay here longer, because obviously I'm paying them, man, paying taxes. So it's like, I think I might just stay. I might just stay forever. You know? Like it's just, I might just not go back.
Yeah. If you were to live in one state, which would it be?
California.
Really?
Yeah. If you give me a second option, then Texas.
Oh yeah, because those are the states that like kind of like have like everything. Depends on where you travel.
Yeah. I don't know. I went to San Diego, and it was the nicest place I've ever been. And I've been to almost every country in Europe. Like I went traveling for a year around Europe, and I visited, I think it was 12 countries in Europe, and which isn't almost every country I know, but I visited 12 countries, and I thought it was great, and I went to San Diego, and it blew them all out of the water. It's just lovely. It's just a lovely place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so California and Texas would be my.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I would definitely. I definitely. I don't know. Like, if I were to either choose I'd probably say America rather than the UK. Honestly, Because mainly because it's just like A, like it's like what I know and everything, and B, it just feels to me like I can like do like way more.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the United Kingdom is lovely. I'm so glad I was born here and raised here. Like it's such a nice country, and there's a certain sort of swelling of pride I feel for being from this country, not in like the way of like, oh, I'm so proud to be British, but in like the way of like I feel like this is I'm part of I'm part of the history of this country. It's pretty cool to be able to say that. And we're such a tiny little island. It's like it's quite cool, but I just love America, man. When I was there, it was. It was lovely. I had a really nice time. Probably the nicest time I've had from a country. Like I've had better times in like other countries, but like the nicest time based on how good the country was America by far. Because it was just everywhere I went, everyone was friendly. No matter what I did, everyone was smiling. I got times where I'd walk into places and people would say, "Oh my God, I love your accent," and then talk to me about my accent and then we just end up having a conversation for like ages. I was just like, "This doesn't happen. I love talking to people, and this doesn't happen often." And then it was like, I felt, it felt like it was easy to get lost there, but easy to get found is the way I'd describe it.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that are just like willing to like talk and everything. It really honestly depends on like where you go, because like of course you can find like people that are just like, if you like say like, "Hello, can you help me find," they'll like slap you across the face. But then there's like, of course, there's also people that are just like really nice and kind and everything, and like especially if you're like one of the people that like likes talking with other people about like just like random subjects, then like definitely you can find like so many people to talk about just like anything.
Yeah, I think also the big thing, the reason I love America so much is that you guys are so eager to, like, grow, as a society. It's mental. Like, that's something I don't think many people talk about because we just associate it with the internet, but it's your country. It's the newest generation of your country. You guys are so eager to fix the errors that have happened in the past, and you guys are so eager to be better. And that's just really cool. That's really cool. It's hard to find that in Europe. A lot of European countries are very set in their traditions, and America, despite America's image in Europe of being a very traditional country, is just new generation of America, super progressive as far as I've seen. It was Obama said it the best. I think I was talking about his farewell address, where he says that it's base not the opinion of your country on our past, base it on our attribution to improve and get better. And then he listed off like all the things that have happened recently that were great. Like one of your legalization of gay marriage. You ended a few wars that, albeit you did start, but you ended a few of them. You just went through all, lowered poverty. The Affordable Care Act and things. All this stuff. You guys are very eager to get better, and that's and I'd say you haven't got far to go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just bigging up America right now. I'm gonna get the Queen. The Queen's gonna bash on my door in a minute.
Hey, what are you doing in there?
Are you having different thoughts in there? Get your stick. He's got a knife.
Corgis, attack! That's what they were really for this entire time.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, no, I definitely do think that like we're definitely a lot better than like a lot of like the previous generations and everything, in the sense where it's just like we like when we see a problem, right? Like we try to do like at least a little bit. And that's the main thing, right? Because it's just like before it was like it's either you're doing this or you're not doing this. But now, because of like the internet and everything, you can be like, oh yeah, like I can help out in like just this small way. And then because of like the huge like collective that we have and everything, that like a bunch of people helping in a small way actually like makes a huge difference in everything.
Yeah,
and that's
and I think it's really important to talk about the issues that are in the world, but I think it's also just as important to talk about the positive from time to time. And I think obviously you may be listening to this at home, not just you, Ranboo. I mean the audience may be listening and thinking like, well, he's not talking about this and this and this, and I understand there's a lot of issues, especially in racial equality, but that's a worldwide issue. But we won't go into that. The main thing is that it's important to think of the positive sometimes.
Yeah. because it's just like sometimes like, right, like, so it's just like the positives were once like negatives that we turned positives, you know, because it's just like the positive of the fact that like we have like gay marriage legalized now was like, it used to be a negative that it wasn't, you know, so like we can turn the negatives into positives, and then when we focus on the negatives that we already have turned positives, we can get like inspired to like continue and do more.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely would have been a better positive if it had been legal the whole time. But it's definitely it's a notice. It's more easy to notice. It's easier to not take for granted when it's in that way. I guess that's the silver lining, you could say. Yeah. So back on what I was saying, I think I'm just gonna stay there. I don't know. Maybe I'll get there and hate it. Maybe I'll change my mind. But as it stands right now, I can't see it. I think I'll get there and be like, damn, this is it. This is for me. Yeah. I think. I really want Tubbo to see America, because I feel like Tubbo has like such like a weird like view of like America and like what it is and everything. Where he's like almost like scared. He's like, isn't he like, he's like almost like scared to go here. Oh, yeah,
which is really funny.
I mean, Tubbo spends a lot of time on the internet, and America seems terrifying on the internet.
Yeah, but I definitely want him to come over here and then show him the world of America.
Yeah, America is a world, man. It is a world.
There's so much in there.
Yeah, and it's like, I just think it's really cool. I think culturally, like, this is what I was saying to Purpled, because Purpled, God bless him, he's quite a young guy, isn't he? So I wasn't really too. I think he's got a lot to learn about the world and stuff. But he was saying how we were on stream and he was talking about how he wouldn't want to go to Europe because he can't think of anything that there in Europe. That isn't in America. And you know, I was like, I remember I was like fighting him back on this, and then I learned about his age, and I was like, okay, fair enough. I won't judge too hard.
Yeah,
but like I think he had a point, definitely, that America is super like so there's so much happening in America in terms of stuff. Yeah, I'd say that the only thing that Europe has up on it is the cultural differences in Europe. I mean, in the time it would take you to go from one town to another in America, you will cross an entire boundary of languages, culture, you know, different tribes that used to be there thousands and thousands of years ago. You know, it's like that's the thing you'd get in mainland Europe. So that's a reason to go. Have you been to Europe before?
Nope,
I think
I've not.
Oh,
yep.
Where would you want to go in Europe? Apart from, I know you're talking about the UK.
Definitely the UK. I mean, I think probably like France seems very interesting. Italy as well. Like, I know that those are like the super popular ones and everything, but like those ones just seem like they're very very interesting.
I spent 10 months in Italy. I've spent my fair share. I spent 10 months in Italy, and it was an experience. Yeah. It was great. I don't speak a word of Italian. I can't speak any Italian.
Yeah, that's like my main thing, which is just like, I don't know how to get past like language barriers and everything, because like those seem like really interesting to me, because it's just like, if I were to go to like a completely like different area, like I would have to be like, oh, like if I were like randomly dropped, right, I would have to be like, oh, like I have no idea like what like these words are. I don't know what this building is. Like I have to like figure it out based on like context and everything.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I think for me, when I was in Italy, because I was pretty much living there. I was staying at the same house in the same. It was a little town, I guess a small town, just outside of Turin called Ivrea. It was where I was staying, and I was staying with my girlfriend's grandparents, and she wasn't there most of the time because she was working, but I was there a lot of the time, which meant that I spent a lot of the time just like living in this little apartment in Italy. And I remember they used to have these massive like dinners. We used to have these massive lunches and dinners, right? And it was looking on as an outsider, I was thinking like, wow, this is hella sexist, but I guess she enjoyed it. But like the mother, or the grandmother in this case, would stay at home all day cooking while the grandfather was out at work, and then she would literally make these risottos and like these massive like 4-course meals every day, and it was absolutely ridiculous. And I remember it used to be that because everyone around the table could speak Spanish. My ex, the grandparents could all speak Italian. Did I say Spanish? Italian, I meant. And I couldn't speak a word. And I would just be sat there, and there was this little window down the hall that when they had the door open, I could see it, and there was just the fucking Alps. And because I'm from England, we don't have big mountains here, really. So I spent the entire time just like gawking at these fucking mountains while we were eating. And apparently she used to translate for me that the grandparents would ask what the island monkey was staring at. It wasn't island monkey, it was like, what was the island boy staring at all the time? Because I was this lanky English kid that their granddaughter had brought home, who was just staring out the window at the Alps, because I was just so amazed by them. I couldn't get over them. It was ridiculous to me that there's just these giant it's like skyscrapers made of rock, just these massive, and they were like, oh man, I used to get so excited about them. And it was also the other time when I used to brush my teeth out the window. And I think I must have been in the town for a little while, so a lot of people knew that I was the English kid. And I'd be like brushing my teeth while like head out the window and like enjoying the sun in the morning. And this guy used to ride by on his bike, and he stopped. I've told this story before, and this is like one of the weirdest experiences that ever happened to me. And he stopped, and he'd go, "Oi!" And I'd say, "Huh?" And I'd look down, and he'd go, "Margaret Thatcher," and then cycle away. And do you know who Margaret Thatcher is? By any chance, Ranboo, I assume.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
She was a very controversial prime minister.
Yeah.
For the longest time, and then he'd cycle away, and I was like, and I thought this was hilarious, and I like jotted it down. I thought it was hilarious. I told all my friends, and then the next day I'm doing the same thing, and the same guy rides by, and he points again and goes, "Margaret Thatcher," and then he waits a minute. And I'm still like, I'm just brushing my teeth. I wave at him, and he just gets on his bike and goes away. So I'm thinking, oh, what the fuck? And again, he comes by the next day, points at me and goes, "Margaret Thatcher," and I say, "Hello," and he just cycles away, and I didn't see him again. That was it. I said hello, and that's it. That's all. Just this Italian man on his bike. Who just wanted to tell me Margaret Thatcher, and I just assume he didn't think I heard him the first few times.
I don't. Why? I have no idea.
That's like you being in like France, and someone just comes to you and just points and just goes, "Ronald Reagan," and then just walks out like every day.
There had to have been some kind of was he trying to like?
I don't know. He probably just knew I was English and was like, "What will upset him?" That's what most people do. That's the thing. That's what most people. I mean, that's what people do in video games, isn't it? They find out the thing about you, and they're like, "How can I upset this person?" That's probably what he did. He was probably just like, "How can I upset the English person?" The problem is, it just confused me.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what? Oh man. Yeah. My favorite thing is when people like definitely like it's obvious that they like try to insult you and everything, but then you're just like, okay. Like, when you're just, like, completely, like, unfazed by it, right? Which, like, I usually am, right? Like, whenever, like, someone, like, genuinely, like, tries to insult me or whatever, I'm just like, huh? And then, like, they just, like, are just like, yeah. I'm just like, okay. Like, all right, man. Cool. Like, because it's, like, they have, like, they're not saying anything that's, like, that holds any, like, value to me. So I'm just like, all right. Like, okay.
It's just like, cool, man. Yeah,
cool,
nice.
Man.
Good,
yeah, nice.
Good work.
And then you could just see that they just completely give up, and it's just amazing.
No,
like especially with like online gaming and everything. Like when people are like really toxic. I remember I used to play some like Overwatch, and like people were like really toxic, like voice comms and everything. So I would just start whenever they would try to insult me, right? I would just be like, and then they'd be like, wait, what? And I'd be like, yep. And they just thought that I was just like completely crazy, and it was just like they're just like, wait, what? Why is he saying that? Like I actually did do those things. I was just like, like.
That's another thing I'm jealous about Americans, is that you guys get NA voice chat and NA gaming. Because I've got to play on EU, I just get a bunch of people, like, obviously no shame on them for, you know, in their day-to-day life, but, you know, and it's hard when you're trying to play like a teamwork-based video game and no one speaks English.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they start trying to insult you, if I were to go, yeah, they would just assume it was working and keep going. So it's like,
Yeah,
That's what
I remember the other day, right? Me, Carl, and Tubbo were playing CS:GO, and Tubbo was streaming, right? So he had his voice chat off, thankfully. And this guy was getting so mad at Carl. And
Right.
so, of course, me and Carl both decided to feed into this guy's rage. And whenever he died, right, we'd be like, nice kill, nice kill. And then he just got more and more angry. And as time went on, and it was me and Carl just kept on laughing. And then Tubbo had no idea because he wasn't had voice chat, and I'm just like, please do not turn on voice chat because this guy is saying terrible things. Oh.
People are lame.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take.
People are lame. That is true. A lot of people are just like, I just don't get it. Like, if you're, I don't get why people just care so much about like insults.
I was gonna say, I want to know why you thought the United Kingdom didn't have bowling alleys.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they were, it's not that I didn't think that you guys had them. I knew that you guys had them, but I wasn't sure if they were like as prominent as they are in America, right? Because they're in like almost like every like they're like we have like a ton of bowling alleys like almost like everywhere. So I wasn't sure if they were like super prominent in the UK as they were in America.
They are. They're everywhere. Bowling
Really?
alleys. Yeah, every town will have a bowling alley. I think there's 3 in my city in Brighton. There's about 3 I can think of off the top of my head. They're super common. They're everywhere.
Oh really?
Yeah. They're like a very common thing. They're normally couples with cinemas and fast food places. That's like the thing. You'll find a bowling alley, a cinema, and then like a fucking like a wimpy burger or something in in like a little block. That's how it usually is. But yeah, they're everywhere. They're all over the show.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I think they're identical to America too. You know,
really?
You get the I think that's the one thing. So you say you want to go bowling in the United Kingdom, you pick the one thing that will be very
the one thing
how it will be.
Yes, I will just stay in the bowling alley.
just like going up to the people in the bowling alley, like, can you guys sing the American national anthem, please?
I need my fix of America, please.
And fucking Rob behind the counter is like, what, mate? Sorry, what? American national? Why do you want the American national anthem, bro?
When you play it on the loudspeakers, what?
Wait, bruv, you want American national anthem, yeah? Dude, the American national anthem is hard. No, we were gonna go down 2 different.
Yeah, wait, okay, let's go down your pathway first.
I just said the American national anthem's hard.
Wait, hard in which sense? Like hard to play or
hard to sing?
Really?
But give it a go. Give the first verse a go.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it, and yeah.
It's like, wait, give me the first word. It's completely left my memory. Sweet, it's not sweet land of lib. No, that's not it.
Like I think it's like oh say can you see?
Oh right, yeah. So the first bit, the oh say can you see? It's like it goes really high. And
yeah.
By the dawn's early light. Right, that bit's fine. Oh, it just goes up again.
It just keeps on going up. That's true. Yeah.
And then let's not talk about and the rocket's red glare. It's so hard. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I've never realized that before.
The British national anthem is like 7 notes. It's God save our gracious Queen. Long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen. That's it. That's all it is. And then it goes, long to rule over. It just keeps going like that.
Yeah.
Compared to that, yours is just, it's like fucking mental. It's all over the place.
Oh, man. Oh, and ours also has a lot less to do with the Queen.
Yeah. I mean, you'd hope so. I mean, your entire national anthem is just like our national anthem is saying how the Queen is immortal because of our God. That's what ours is saying.
The Queen.
Whilst yours is saying, thank fuck we're still a country. That's what your song is saying. Like, holy shit, we're still there. We're still a country. Yeah, your song is like your song, which I prefer. I think that's way cooler. Yours is just like, oh fuck, thank God we're still a country.
We're still like kind of functioning, and then yours, we have a deity. All right.
we're a theocracy. Our country, we're a theocracy. Or a monarchistic theocracy is our technical term for our country, which is a country whose top of the chain is God, and then one down is the Queen. That's our thing. We're a theocratic monarchy, which is hilarious to me.
What?
Technically, the leader of the United Kingdom is God.
It feels like they needed like a flex, so they were just like, well, yeah, we got God as our leader, and they're just like, wait, what? Is that allowed? Wait, is that allowed? They like turn over to another country. Is that allowed? The guy's like, I don't know. I guess they got God now. Dang.
I love national anthems, man. I find them so interesting. I did a ranking with my friend recently of all the national anthems. We did it based on tune and based on lyrics. And I realize I've gone down this route now, but I'm not going to tell you where I ranked any country because I realize that will cause issue. But I will say, tune-wise, Germany's got to be #1. Germany's got the most rowling tune for sure.
Really?
Yeah. It's the da 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 da. It's like really like rousting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
like Canada.
Yeah, I remember there was like this bit, right, where it was just like, oh, I forgot what it was, but it was like this comedian, I forgot what it was, but I remember like there was like a bit about like replacing the national anthem and having it like written by like a bunch of different singers, and it was so great because it was like the same lyrics and everything, but it was like to the tunes of like their songs and everything, and I was just like, you know what, that would still work as a national anthem. Like,
yeah, man. All the national anthem needs to be is some. I think what makes a good national anthem is it needs to be not written for the sake of having a national anthem.
Yeah.
Which because some are. When you read some of them, it's like they've just like found a list, like Sweden's one, right? Sweden's one is really nice. It's just singing about like how much they like the trees and the hills, and then they have the chorus, which is like, I want to die in the north, which is a little bit morbid, but aside from that, it's all like I like the trees and the hills and stuff, and it's all very. But the problem with the Swedish national anthem is you can tell they were just told to write one. They're like, all right, we need one. You know. What's with America's, it's like it was written after a battle, like it was written after a battle where you beat us. So it's like.
Wait, what if instead of national anthems, right, we started having diss tracks on other countries?
Oh yes, yes. So it's like the U.S. diss track of Britain.
The national diss track.
Oh god, Britain would not have very good diss tracks. I'm telling you now. All our diss tracks would be like, yeah, okay, we're sorry. Fuck. Yeah, okay,
My bad.
Right. My bad. Yeah, actually, you're right about that. Yeah, honestly, that's a lot of Europe would have that. Actually, it's like, actually, yeah, no, you're right. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think a comeback would be, well, yeah, we got God. Just that's it. That's all we write.
that's like America comes up with this giant like national diss track and everything, and then the UK is just like one line, just like, oh yeah, well, we got God.
Yeah, I don't think the UK could really write a diss track for the United States.
Yeah,
there wouldn't be much to say. Anyway, what were you saying about bowling alleys? Before we went off on the national anthem route? You said I was just saying something, and then we went down the national anthem route.
I was just saying that bowling is like one of the weirdest sports of all time. When you think about like how, like when you like think of like a sport, right? You think of like, oh, something that's like very very like it is most of the time, right? Like very very like physically taxing and everything, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's like super like physically taxing, you know, like you like build up like muscles and everything, like sport, it's also like fun and everything, like when you think of like any other sport most of the time. But then there's sports like bowling, in which you literally you can eat while you play the sport. it's incredible.
I don't know. I think there's weirder ones than bowling. I think at least with
Mhm.
bowling, it requires. I think all a sport needs is it requires a competitive element. There needs to be a clear way of winning. That's what makes a sport. That's like the primary function of a sport.
Mhm.
And the secondary function needs to be it should require some sort of motor skill. You know,
Yeah.
it should require some kind of skill, whether it being reaction times, hand-eye coordination, speed, strength, whatever. It needs some kind of skill.
Mhm.
In which case, bowling ticks the boxes pretty well. I think there's a very clear way of winning bowling, and
Yeah.
it requires hand-eye coordination, and you can get good at it. But then you have things like interpretive dance. Which is that's where I think we're blurring the lines of a sport. It's definitely exercise and it's definitely taxing, but how do you win? That's what
Yeah. Like I can get with like gymnastics and everything.
Yeah.
Gymnastics seems like something that is like you can score it and everything. But then with like interpretive dance, it's just how do you win that? Because you could just be really, really bad, and then that was just my interpretation of it. Like,
right, it's weird that you can eat while playing. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, you can eat while bowling. It's incredible.
I'd say that makes it better.
Yeah.
What's another weird sport?
Yeah. Dance has competitions.
Yeah, I know dance.
Yeah,
does.
dance has competitions. We're like,
I said like interpretive dance, like I'm talking like you put like fucking ambient noise on.
Talk about it.
I'm not saying dance isn't a sport. I'm just saying
it definitely is.
Because dancing is in its essence. But everyone, I like dance. Everyone's saying like I hate dance. There's videos of me dancing on the internet. But like the thing is about dance is it's like in my head. It's just moving to a rhythm, and there's skill in it. There's a lot of skill involved.
Yeah.
But like, how is there a winner? Who wins dance? That's why I'm finding it. That's why it's strange.
Yeah.
That's why my brain is like, how?
I feel like dance judges have a more of a sort of what is it? I feel like dance judges have like mental tallies, I guess. I don't know, like I think that dance is like it is pretty cool, and I do find dance competitions to be very, very cool as well. But it's very interesting.
Everyone's saying how it's graded. I know that's how you win the competition, but you haven't won dance. You haven't won the dance game. That's why my brain gets all wrapped. I know it's a sport, chat. It's like, please, I get it. I know I'm not an idiot. I get it. I know dance is a sport. I'm just saying if we're going by the arbitrary rules I set out earlier,
Yeah.